At this time, we present our world title attraction. It is brought to you courtesy of Warriors Boxing Promotions, along with Cedric Kushner Promotions, in association with the Seminole Tribe of Florida and the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida, as sponsored by friendsand.com. This bout is sanctioned by the IBF, President Myriad Muhammad, Supervisor Darrell Peoples, along with the Florida State Boxing Commission. Judging at ringside for this bout, Alex Levin, Donald Oneill, and Peter Trematera. And our third man in the ring, our referee in charge, Tommy Kimmons. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing blue trunks, originally from Tel Aviv, Israel, now fighting out of Pretoria, South Africa. His weight already 194 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 18 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the IBF number 13 Cruiserweight World Contender. Please welcome the former IBO and WBU Cruiserweight Champion. Please welcome the challenger, Sebastiaan Rothmann. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with gold trim. He hails from Montego Bay, Jamaica. He weighed in at the cruiserweight limit of 200 pounds even. His record 24 wins, 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 22 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight he is making the first defense of his title. Please welcome the IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, introducing Oneill Supernova. Once again, a referee in charge, Tommy Kimmons, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of World Championship boxing schedule.
Gentlemen, this is a 12-round fight for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship of the World, and I gave you the instructions. I want to remind you, this audience is here to watch you fight, so keep it clean. Touch them up.
So we are set to go, and we also, of course, want to welcome all of you watching live tonight in South Africa on Mnet. You got to get up early or stay up late.
Oh, yeah, they love boxing in South Africa, too. It is the #2 sport right behind soccer. They love the sport of boxing. They follow it. They read the magazine, so we're happy to have them tuning in on Mnet.
Great sports country, as a matter of fact. Tommy Kimmons will be the referee, and we are underway. Rothmann is going to have to outbox Bell. He's going to have to keep him off of him. Starts with a good left jab.
Oh, this fight right here is just, I think it's just an outstanding fight. You know, this is everything that's good about boxing. These two well-fit athletes who get in there, they come in, you heard them in the back. They both know exactly, specifically what they want to do. And both of them trying to win this championship, as both of them are challengers. Now we know Bell, on your right, is the champion. And he's trying to set the pace in this first round with that jab.
Good shot by Bell to start things here. And that'll get Rothman's attention. Now, the one thing that must be said, too, Sean, is that Bell has the experience edge. He's been in there against better guys than Rothmann has. And the other thing that needs to be pointed out, Rothmann owned the IBO Cruiserweight title for a short time, lost the title to Carl Thompson back in February of last year. And then, you know, the old thing, you fall off the horse, you get back up on the horse. Well, they put him back up on Man of War. He lost to Steve Cunningham after that majority decision. So he's lost 2 in his last 3.
2 and 2 in his last 4, and he has all kinds of guts. Sebastiaan Rothmann could be called Sebastian Gutman. He is a tough fellow, and he is so focused for this fight.
He's never fought here in the United States. Fought all his fights either in South Africa or in Europe.
And again, a testament to what I just said. He's normally sleeping in this hour. You know, where he's in the middle of the afternoon at this hour. Here he is fighting. He's performing on the opposite side of the world for him.
Now, that is no small commute from Pretoria, South Africa to Florida.
I'm far on the other side of the world, and it's hard. It drains you. You're tired.
Nice.
Good, right. Sebastiaan.
Kind of a confidence-building round here for after taking a shot early from Oneill. Rothmann fighting much better.
A lot of pushing in this opening round. Trying to feel out your opponent. Good combination from Rothmann.
Rothmann fighting a pretty good first round. Bell says, come on, come to me. That's what Bell wants.
Oh, yeah. You know, sometimes you can lay up against those ropes, and it's a relaxing way to fight.
Very close first round here.
Sebastiaan Rothmann. What do you think, David, to it? That was a very close round.
Sean, you know, you talked earlier about the importance of having a fight plan. Now, as you can see in the first round, you know, both fighters have gone out there and established the jabs, established their movements, making angles. And in regards to that, you know, I totally agree with you in regards to having a fight plan. If plan A don't work, it's obvious you need to have plan B.
Do you think it's time to switch to plan B?
I believe so. What do you reckon?
Give me Vaseline. Give me a life too, okay? Ja, begin meer life toe. Hij is lijn. I'm surprised you with it right there.
South Africa's best trainers. He's been around the game a while.
Maar hij begin meer life toe. Hier is verschil.
What round is it, Barry?
Coming to round two.
Hey, there you go.
They'll touch gloves and go to work.
Good jab. Good stiff jab. You know, my trainer always told me, set the jab. Everything else will work if you just can set the jab. Right, every fight, start that jab off. Nice work from Rothmann. There's a jab counter from Bell.
And you would always say to your trainer, Dad?
Yes, exactly. I did. I sure did. My father was my trainer.
Dad, yes, sir.
Yeah. How do you fire your trainer? I never could. Yeah, sorry, Dad, you're fired. Still struggling in there a bit, looking for the openings. Tibbins, the third man in the ring. They're telling Bell to throw to the center. What they mean is they come up with an uppercut right between the gloves.
Nobody really got the better of that. I would think that's more the fight that Bell wants than the fight that Rothmann wants, but Rothman's going to take what's there. This is the fight that Rothmann wants, right here in the center of the ring, long range. Good jab.
Good jab. Jab's the most important weapon in boxing, both offense and defense.
Well, so far, Rothmann, for the most part, is doing exactly what he told he was going to do, keeping Rothmann with the jab.
I'll tell you, Oneill keeps his chin up in the air a little too high. See how he's got it up there, kind of cocks his head. I'd like to see him tuck that chin. You got to get all the protection you can. His chin kind of exposed there. He does try to use that shoulder as protection. Good body shot. Yeah, we heard that. To the body and to the head, they're telling Bell.
Double right hand from Rothmann. 4 straight punches got there from Rothmann. Rothmann's not a guy who's going to get you out of there with one punch.
No, he keeps a lot of them coming.
Nice left hand. The right hand missed, but the left hand got there. And Rothmann may be fighting Bell's fight, but he's fighting better than Bell right now.
And he's punching. Bell's kind of getting out of the way. There's a good left hook from Rothmann. Sebastiaan landing with that. Bell trying to lean on the ropes.
Rothmann clearly getting the better of it. And Bell finally extricates himself.
Nice work from Sebastiaan Bell at the end of the round once again. Good combination. He got Oneill in the corner. Rothmann kept him in the corner until the bell rang.
Good round, I thought, for Sebastiaan Rothmann.
Give me the message.
You know what? And those were set up by the left jab. David Tua, help me talk about the importance of that jab. Here's the jab setting up the attack that Rothmann was going to use.
Sean, I was the same situation, as you were. Your father was your trainer, my father was a trainer. And he was a great believer in having a good jab. And you can see the jab just opens up everything. Straight right hand.
And that's why Rothmann was able to score well at the end of that round. The jab kind of tempos your opponent. You set the pace with that jab. You control the fight with that jab.
And pretty much kept his distance where he was able to get off.
A little bit of swelling under the left eye of Sebastiaan Rothmann. It's not an issue right now. This is round 3. 12 rounds for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship of the world.
The Cruiserweight division, less than 200 pounds, been around since 1979. And it used to be a transition, really a kind of a transition division. People would go from light heavyweight to heavyweight. So they put in this cruiserweight division where now all of a sudden the light heavyweights would develop into fighters and the heavyweights would stay in their place.
And of course, the interesting thing to me, guys, is that Rocky Marciano would have been cruiserweight.
Yes. And he beat, heavyweights that were big. And they were big heavyweights. The Rock.
Had a pretty good career.
Looking for more jabs from Oneill. Good right cross.
Thrown with intention. Oneill just seems to be pawing right now with his punches, just trying to pick Rothmann's jab.
Now putting a little pressure is Oneill.
Rothmann, pretty good defender, covers up pretty well. Those punches mostly landed on the elbows, and Tommy Kibbins obviously thinking one of them landed low.
Yeah, real respectful is Oneill. I'll tell you, both nice guys. Outside the ropes are both quality guys. Good jab from Sebastiaan.
Oneill Bell is going to start to realize he's got a problem here getting inside the jab of Rothmann, and when he has, Rothmann's gotten the better of him.
But Oneill does know that it's still early in this fight. We still got a long way to go.
How about that? 7 or 8 jabs in a row.
And no retaliation from Bell. Oh, there it is. Good combination from Bell. I like Bell doing that. Start off with the body, then work your way to the head. There's a good cross from Sebastiaan.
Swelling under the right eye of Sebastiaan Rothmann also. So swelling under both eyes. And still, of course, a long way to go.
Good jab. Good jab. These two, they do know the importance of the jab. Both of them. There's a good cross.
Pick though on the arms of Rothmann.
And there's Rothmann coming back. Both of them still trying to set the tempo in this fight.
I thought another good round for Sebastiaan Rothmann.
Well, he is setting it, and it's still early, still developing yet. They're still trying to change the strategy for Oneill. That's James Plenty. He's got plenty of instructions in this one. David, too, what would you tell him if you're in the corner? How about maybe Bell or Rothmann?
Go to Biggie Starter, right? All right, give me Vaseline.
just an observation here, David, that a little bit of swelling under both eyes, and far be it for me to question, but why would they not get in swell?
Beats me.
Thank you.
I think it beats him. What the old-time trainers used to do is they put the silver dollars in the buckets, and they'd hold the silver dollars that would get cold. They'd hold the silver onto a swelling mark, discoloration. And one of the new inventions they have is the in-swell, which is the same theory, just with a piece of metal. Now they're heating it up.
And Rothmann slipped the left hand in, which was the best punch of that exchange. And there's an uppercut by Rothmann, the left hand behind it.
Great weapon. Did Bell wobble from that?
One of the things, Rothmann is not a flashy fighter, but you know one thing I really do like a lot of, he always seems to be on balance when he throws a punch.
You know, he's been taught the basics well. Look at his hands, they're pretty high. When he gets in close, he brings them up. He throws good punches. He has good balance in there. An overall fighter. He kind of steps around. We just work from him. He does a little pivot around there. There's Bell with a couple of body shots.
And there's a couple of uppercuts that did slip in. They weren't damaging. Rothmann comes right back with a right hand of his own. Rothmann is just taking this fight.
Rothmann's hurt.
No, I think he's got to be thinking.
That's too good.
An Academy Award performance.
I'd like to thank my agent and the Academy. Body shots. Bell.
There's an uppercut from Rothmann.
I don't like when Bell leans back from the waist up. I think he's very vulnerable.
Bell a little bit busier in this round, but Rothmann's still taking the fight away from him.
And that would be the advice in the corner between rounds. You know, you're getting out hustled in there. Your opponent's taking the throw away from you. He's hitting you 3 to your over 2.
Rothmann is really sharpshooting Bell here. Very high connect percentage. There's another uppercut, a left hand behind it. And a right hand slips in. And Bell's shots are being all caught in the gloves of Rothmann.
There's a kid in Sebastiaan who is trying.
Bell trying to turn Rothmann that time. Did get a couple of shots in, but it's still Rothmann. Nice left hand from Rothmann.
Bell fought his way out of the corner and turned around Rothmann. Now Rothmann with his back against the ropes.
Rothmann did exactly the right thing there. Just got his way out of there. Rothmann, pretty good defensive fighter. Good right hand, but Bell is down. And the timekeeper did not start counting. Oh, it's a moot point because the bell ended.
I'm telling you, the little wobble earlier in this round, we were joking that it was not that he was hurt. I think he was actually hurt, and he played it off like he wasn't. I think he's hurt. I think you're right. And here he is hurt again. Here it is. This is the one where he's really wobbled. This is at the end of the round, right there. You know, it wasn't that big of a punch. It wasn't that flashy. It didn't look like it hurt him that badly, but it did. Look at this. Crack, overhand right, just on the temple.
And he never really, he did go down. Yes, he went down.
Wow.
I'd say Rothmann is fighting a really well thought out fight so far, I think, David. Do you agree?
He's fighting a fantastic fight, and everything is possible, obviously, because he's got that good jab.
Bell is going to have to find another gear here. I don't think there's any question about it. I think he's, for the large part, been going through the motions here. Maybe his idea was to take Rothmann into the deep water, but I've got Rothmann winning every round in the last one because of the knockdown, the 10-8 round.
I agree with you. You know, here's the kid in Rothmann who, you know, he doesn't possess all the great skills of a fighter, but he's got a lot of heart. He's in there trying.
But you know, like I said, I think the thing about him, he doesn't get hit a lot, picks a lot of punches, he keeps his elbows in, keeps his chin down, and he's on balance when he throws his shots. He's not a powerful puncher, but fundamentally, I think he's pretty sound.
Basics. Well, you know, I tell that to Oneill Bell, who went down the last round. It's basics, too. The difference between the great fighters and the really good fighters, the great fighters do the basics perfectly. I mean, look at Ray Robinson. Oh, he was beautiful to watch. Even Ray, look at he did the basics perfectly.
See, now there's 4 punches thrown by Bell, and none of them scored.
Out and punch. Bell does that to the body. Oh, no. Into the body. Goes to the lower body.
Second warning from Tommy Kivens.
And if he has to warn him again, he's taking a point. Last one on the house. You got to keep your punches up.
And honestly, I don't think Oneill Bell can afford to lose a point here. Right hand slip in from Bell.
On to the right hand from Oneill. It's hard to break through that defense of Rothmann.
And the jab is very effective. It just is, I think it just has Bell kind of mesmerized. There's an uppercut, not a big punch, but it got there.
Dougie's got in great shape, and look at him. He's just throwing a lot of punches. He's busy. He's showing that he wants to win this championship.
A little slap in that, but still look good for the judges.
A lot of noise. It scored.
And again, Rothmann is just outworking Bell.
Right. That's the bottom line. Just work output.
Double uppercut. Then he covers up. You know, if the name of this game is hit and don't be hit, I think that's exactly what Sebastiaan Rothmann is doing in this fight.
Fight plan. He knew what he wanted to do in this fight. He's executing it perfectly. Sebastiaan Rothmann putting Oneill Bell into a good corner.
School him.
Oh, yeah.
Come in there. Get in the back now. Come in there. Stick him and go. Stick his head and get out there. Stick his head real hard for the box. I want you to box if you
And of course, Oneill Bell not afford another low blow. He's been one twice about it already.
throw that shot.
Kivens
I
would
want
have
that
taken a
shot.
point away from him.
Come on now.
That was really costly.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to lose a point over a low blow like this, David Tua. How do you concentrate to remember not to hit the guy low, even though you're trying to hit his body?
Sometimes when you're really tired and in a clinch, you can't help yourself. You know, Oscalada.
Yeah, your hand, those gloves get heavy too, right?
Most definitely.
I think, David, that Rothmann has Bell just confused. He just doesn't know what's coming next, know where it's coming from. Have you been in a situation like that?
He's not a fancy fighter, but he does everything great in regards to sticking to the basic, and everything is going well for him.
Great point. Not a fancy fighter, but he does everything well. What's really going to cause him some problems, though, as you saw the swelled up eyes and the black eyes underneath both for Rothmann.
But look at how he covers up here. Now, right here, have any of those punches landed from Bell?
Well, somebody's hitting him because he's got the black eyes. He's got the swelling around his face. So somebody's hitting him. But yes.
I don't think it's Oneill Bell. I'm sorry.
He's hitting himself. Look at this.
He'll work himself up.
Rothmann, the crowd senses something.
Just watch Rothmann defensively.
Look right here. Exactly.
That was caught on the elbow. That one slipped in.
Missed, block. He's protecting. It's just scaling.
Low again.
Gotta be careful. You know, the referee's talking to him too. Keep him up. You know, he's reminding him.
Uppercut from Rothmann. Uppercut again from Rothmann.
Inside. Great weapon. such a hard weapon to defend against.
And there it is again. And Neil got him off the left hand.
Two banged heads. Mouthpiece came out. That's nice. Gonna let him wash it off. I've seen that Tommy Kimmons an outstanding referee. I've seen those referees who just pick it up off the canvas, put it back in the mouth. That's not good.
We mentioned earlier, though, I know the ball looks like he's just going through the motions, and I know that happens to fighters every now and then where you just don't have it. You know? That's what it looks like, Tom.
Sure. You know what? And some nights that is where you just flat. You just feel flat out there. Maybe perhaps a little dehydration, perhaps a little bit. And there is such a thing as overtraining. Now, I scoff at that because a lot of these circuit fighters say when they get knocked out in the third round, I was overtraining. But there is a theory that is a possibility.
Now, the eyes are an issue as Ball opens up a little bit here. There's a good right hand by Bell. Might have been his best shot of the fight. Another right hand behind the head of Rothmann. Bell may be having his best round here. That was low again. But Tommy Kimmons didn't see it, and now Rothmann with a right hand drives Bell into the ropes.
What a fight. Neither one to give.
Bell got away with a low blow there that would have cost him the fight. But I thought he had his best round of the fight.
Well, he is hoping to turn the tide on this fight. David Tua, do you think that the tide is shifting? Will he be able to keep it?
Obviously, he's doing the best he can. You know, it seems to me
I
that
try to say best. I try to come in fight. I try to say best.
And as you know, as a fighter yourself in the past, sometimes you just don't feel the
Mas
best. But somehow
you can be 12 rounds with the guys. Hey, give me that. Strike
Anything you
out.
can do if you were having an off night is shake out or what?
Everything that ever works. If it means getting up and moving around, if it means moving ahead a little more,
Vaseline, Audi.
whatever works.
There's a look at the face. You know, we talked the last round, Barry, about the swelling around the eyes.
They didn't touch it.
Boy.
They didn't touch it.
Maybe that got no coins.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's lost. So South Africa, we got to bring the Rands.
You know, you take the ice and put it up there. Ice pack.
Right hand from Bell to start this round. Rothmann is starting to get busted up, and there's still a long way to go in this fight.
And Bell knows it. Bell may have been just playing possum along for Rothmann to tire himself out. Something tells me Rothmann in good shape.
I don't think he's tired. The eye could be a factor, both of us. But I'm very surprised that in Rothman's corner they're not doing anything about it.
Giving ground more this round. Sebastian. Good job. Oh, good weapon.
And again, a low blow, and this is going to cost him. Take the point away from him. And honestly, I don't believe Oneill could afford to lose a point. Now he's going to have to go out and win a round just to even the round.
Oh, that is costly. Oh, that's costly. Wow. You know, and Tommy Kimmons is right. We've seen it. We've seen him. We've seen him hit several. He got some on the house.
Yeah, I did. He's got to feel a sense of urgency now because he has to win this round.
Both of them trying uppercuts. When you're a body who's an uppercut on you, you can come back with an uppercut yourself. Some of the tape coming loose. They're sweating a lot. Good combination downstairs.
One try to shoot shot, and there's another low blow. He's getting himself in danger of being DQ'd.
said I hated fighters doing. You lean back like that, sometimes you forget to lean back. You still get hit. Or sometimes that punch keeps coming. Wow, like that. Good left hand, and Bell covers up. And 3 more low blows.
Well, the bottom line is, I think Rothmann did enough to win this round. And as a result of that, it's going to be a 10-8 round.
Situation like this when you're tired, it's very, very important to be a disciplined fighter. You know, you gotta have in the back of your mind to be a disciplined fighter, making sure that you don't want to cost yourself, especially if you're champion. You don't want to lose the title like that.
That's right, discipline. There it is.
I'll tell you, on my card, I have a 7-point difference on my card, which would mean that Bell would have to knock him out to win the fight. Now, that said, you and I have seen some very bizarre decisions. And so don't etch that in stone by any stretch of the imagination. First round is very close. I thought it could go either way. And maybe even the second round. But then after that, Rothmann, 10-8 round because of the knockdown in the fourth, and a 10-8 round in that round because of the point being deducted from Oneill Bell.
Well, too, if you're in the corner of Oneill, you say to him, you know, I want you to forget about the body. Just throw head shots. Forget about the body, because every time you go to the body, you go too far to the side. So just concentrate on head shots. For a couple of rounds at least. Right now, you know everybody's watching for that.
You know, the other thing, too, and I pose this as a question actually both to you and to David, too. When they do get in close quarters, watch where the elbows of Rothmann are. They're right down around the band of his shorts. And I don't know, I mean, maybe you just aim below the elbows, and there you are, low blow.
That's what they do. That's what's happening. It's exactly what's happening. What Oneill is trying to do is go around. Are you in agreement with me, David? He's trying to go around the elbows, and he just goes low.
Well, that's the thing, you know, the great Rocky Marciano, you know, you didn't have to hit the body. They hit the forearms, the shoulders, you know. You don't have to go to the body. You know, the arms are obviously right there in front of us.
He broke all the capillaries in his opponent's arms just by hitting him in the arm. George Foreman did it too, didn't he? Oh, yes. But he puts him back in with that burger machine that he has now.
Yeah, that's right.
Uppercuts. Story of this round, Rothmann.
Bell did some good work in close quarters in this one.
You can hear those body punches.
Rothmann looking for the uppercut himself.
What a pace, too. These are light heavy or cruiserweights, and they have been extremely busy. In fact, so much so that the mouthpiece just came out from Bell. Once again,
Also got a problem with the tape on his glove. You mentioned it earlier. Tommy Kivens incurring the wrath of this crowd. It said that, as we said, started a little bit earlier. A fight that was not on television. Tommy Kivens gave the fighter an extra minute's rest because he said he's hurt. Give him another minute. And maybe there's another set of rules that I don't know about, but I've never seen it before.
keep working those jabs. I can hear it from the corner of Oneill Bell. On the jab, too, you can steal your opponent with it. Push him into your shots.
You see it, that right hand was picked on the glove. All of those on the glove.
It's just basic boxing. Hit and not be hit. You know, keep your hands out, they get to the basics. It's just, it's what they teach you when you're other kids fighting.
And you have to hope that the judges see it the same way and don't just see the flurry of activity. Bell raises his arms going his corner.
And the crowd loves him.
Yeah, they love him.
David Tua, he needs to do something to rejuvenate himself. Rothmann with that face of just water on his eyes anyway.
You fight out there, there's no even in love it. En dan kan je thuis fight wissen. Maar je hebt dat squid van hem. Je kan gewoon roken, Jan.
Well, the uppercuts are a vicious weapon for any fighter. Sebastiaan Rothmann in that 8th round using those uppercuts extremely well. Look at that, right to the point of the chin. You know, the uppercut is such a dangerous weapon. Try to hit your opponent under the nose or right under the chin like that shot right there. Hit him in the Adam's apple or in the solar plexus, right in the xiphoid process. I mean, there's so many places you can hit him and hurt him. What process is that? The xiphoid process. I remember that plexus. Plexus right there, all of your, when you get hit there, it feels like everything just leaves your body. Oh, it is extremely painful. And also speaking in tongues. Fishing around, trying to find the openings downstairs is a dangerous thing for Oneill to do.
Oneill Bell's corner desperately telling him, let your hands go. And there's the jab from Rothmann, which has been a great weapon all night. That and the uppercut for him. There's 2 more uppercuts.
Listen to those punches. Bell still trying to stay with the body.
Overhand right from Bell, and there he slipped the left hand through it.
Hitting the arms.
I mean, I think Rothmann, at the very least, is holding his own with Bell in close quarters, which you would think would be Oneill Bell's forte. That's what he wants to do.
Sure is.
He's standing right here.
Tommy's got to do
cost him another point.
Yeah. It really is. It's getting to the point where it's kind of too much.
1 point, low blow.
It's way too much. He's frustrated with the protection that Rothmann is doing. One more and this fight is over. I think I know Tommy Kennedy means it.
Yeah, no, he will do it. He will pull the trigger. Although I think Rothman's winning the fight anyway. Uppercut from Rothmann. There's an uppercut from Bell. Good right hand from Bell.
Bell's better when you hurt him a few times.
Absolutely. Bell has to win this round just to have the round. And I'm not sure that he is.
Well, Bell was winning after the last 20 seconds until Rothmann put pressure on him. But here's Bell again. Rothmann covering up.
It's a very close round. It's interesting to see how the judges see that.
Chest and head. Chest and head. You hear me what I said?
That was a very close round. How'd you see that?
Okay. Chest and head. Okay. Yeah. Work on it. Keep working on that. Chest and head. Chest and head. Chest. If he got his hand here,
Dangerously
hit them
close
hands.
to being disqualified. James Clooney giving him
Hit the
instructions.
chest. Hit that chest and throw the right hand when you're inside. You know, throw the right hand over the top.
You got 3 to go. Keep them up. I don't want to take another corner or disqualify you. Keep them up.
Not just 1, but 4 low blows. 3. Look at this. 3 different rallies for low blows, and Tommy Kimmons said, no, that's going to cost you too.
You know, the fact is, you really hope that Tommy Kimmons does not DQ Oneill Bell, because it will take away from what Sebastiaan Rothmann has done.
Nobody wants to win or lose by disqualification.
This is round 10. We're going 12 for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship of the world. And the visitor from South Africa, I think, has given the champion Oneill Bell all he wants.
Oh, yes. And he has been a difficult opponent for Oneill Bell. He's been strong, he's been tough, he's been durable. He's given Oneill all kinds of trouble. Oneill can't figure out how to break through the defense.
Only knockdown in the fight has been Rothmann, who dropped Bell. That was in the 4th round. There's a right hand from Bell at long range. Trying to keep that jab in the face of Bell.
And look at this pressure from Rothmann, too. On top of Bell.
This is right where he knocked him down in a similar situation. Good right hand again behind the jab. Bell's punches being caught in the gloves of Rothmann, as they have been all night.
Well, the best defense. And Sebastiaan is using that. Rothmann on the inside, throwing punches. Downstairs to the body goes Sebastiaan. Bell coming back. There was that uppercut.
Little blood from the nose now of Rothmann. Uppercut slips in again. Rothmann having a good round here.
There's Bell hurting in, leaning up against those ropes like that. What fighters do is they lay on those ropes, and it doesn't use as much energy. Lay on those ropes and they just try to hit their opponents and bounce off those ropes, trying to get a little more power in their punches, using their spring of the ropes behind it.
And I think, you know, what Rothmann's been doing, and I really like when they are in close quarters and they're banging on each other in close quarters, Rothmann will take a step back, throw the jab, and then come with the right hand.
To give more distance, 90% of the power of the punch is right on the end, that final snap.
Bell's starting to get worn down a little bit here.
But we may have seen our first round where Oneill Bell did not land a low blow.
No, that's true.
He is trying to concentrate.
But I think he lost the round. Isn't it interesting how the crowd was really backing Bell when the fighters were introduced, and now they're all in the corner of Sebastiaan Rothmann, front runners, huh?
Why do you think that is, David?
It's got to be hurting, especially, obviously the fans have come out to watch, and not seeing, a fighter, hitting the other guy low blow. So I guess there's obviously a response by the fans, especially with Oneill trying to do his best here, and obviously the last round, he's done a great job.
Right hand. Alright, maar kijk waar je slaan. Kijk waar je slaan. Kijk waar je slaan. Kom aan. Bastiaan, kijk niet.
6 minuten.
Hij is klaar. Je moet vastbijten. Je zegt dit diep now. You want to give deep
That swelling. But Harold Volbrecht is an outstanding trainer. He's been around the block in South Africa. There are some trainers too who believe or have this feeling that you can't reverse once you have the swelling. I feel like you can, but they feel like you can't affect it.
Tommy Kimmons again taking a long look and pointing at Oneill Bell as if to say, please don't do that. I don't want to stop this fight. I don't want him to either. I think they should. It would have to really be blatant, in my opinion, to take it away from Rothmann here, even though he won the fight with a DQ.
Well, he doesn't want that.
No, certainly not. No, he's earned this fight, in my opinion, of course.
Let's go.
the old saying in boxing is a challenger must take it away from the champion. He's got to go in there and knock him down and hurt him and impose his will on him. I think Sebastiaan Rothmann has been doing that.
I think it's a very lopsided fight.
Yes.
But again, I hasten to say I've seen some very odd decisions, especially here in Florida.
Good right hand from Oneill.
That's an uppercut from Rothmann.
Another right hand by Oneill, but it is Rothmann who is out hustling him.
There you go, there you go.
Good shot there, hurt Rothmann, and drops him. And down goes Rothmann, and I'm not sure he's going to make it. Just like that, it's over.
Wow. In 1 second. Look at that. Way ahead on our scorecards.
Way ahead. I added 97-90 going into this round.
There was only one way that Oneill Bell could even fathom winning this fight.
We found it, didn't we?
That was it. Wow. Out of nowhere. They had been pleading with Oneill for the last several rounds. The overhand right they wanted. When they asked for the uppercuts, he gave him that. There he is looking over. Sebastiaan, you know, as a fighter, you want to make sure your opponent's okay.
Well, they will, we should tell you, too, they will err on the side of precaution here.
Oh, yeah.
They're keeping Rothmann down, getting a little oxygen here. And they will not have him sit up until they are absolutely certain that he's okay.
And the first thing every fighter wants to do is they want to stand up quickly. When they stand up, they go right back down again. Keep that man on the ground a while. Put some ice on the back of his neck. Let him breathe. Try to talk to him. Get him talking. Oneill Bell, wow, out of nowhere. We thought it was over for him as a champion. We thought maybe even his career kind of going flat round by round in this fight, painting himself into a box. But he pulled himself out, and they are thankful.
And the work continues as Oneill Bell and his crew kneel in prayer, and now they will get Sebastiaan Rothmann up. Rothmann, we're going to try to get the judges' cards for you, but in my opinion, Rothmann was lopsidedly in front in this fight.
Oh, yes. And it looked like he was on his way to being the new champion. Oneill Bell had only one thing he could do in this fight. Go for the KO. And he did. Boy, what a heartbreak for this young man. Coming all the way from South Africa. And how exciting for him, Oneill Bell.
All due credit to Oneill Bell. I mean, he reached down and he found something in David. You know, in your sport, they're always talking about the heart of a champion, and he certainly showed that.
Well, definitely a lot of credit and respect to Oneill. He fought a good fight. Things were going well his way, but he stuck in there, he hung in there. Hey, he ended up with a knockout. So, hey, credit to him. Sebastiaan did a great job as well.
Let's take another look at it. Here it is, guys.
Out of nowhere, and it looked like Rothmann was on his way, and then a couple of body shots backs him up to the ropes. And then look at this shot from Oneill Bell. Downstairs, Oneill, we're looking for the overhand right. Then there it is right there. The overhand right, he pronated the blow right on the end. 90% of the power of the punch is on the snap at the end. And back against the ropes.
And he kind of bounced off the ropes right into that shot.
A little bit more, the bounce of the ropes kind of added to the punch from Oneill Bell. And back to the corner. He'll push off and then go back to the corner again. They'll swing him around and then crack him. Here he comes off the ropes and boom, right into that straight right hand. Boy, you knew it immediately too. When he went down, it was over.
I think he was out before he hit the canvas.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll get a look at it here. You can see he just kind of.
Oh, right there, he wobbled a little bit from that shot, and then the second shot was really the one that put him over. Wow. How exciting for Oneill Bell. Wow, it looked like he was on his way to losing that belt, but he's got it.
Well, here's the story. How many times have we seen this? All three of us here, I think, have been saying that this is a lopsided fight for Rothmann. I've got the judges' cards here. Two of the judges had this fight even going into this round, and one of the judges had Rothmann in front by 2 points. So the fight was still very much up for grabs on all the judges' cards, and that goes to show you, I suppose, why I'm not a judge. Let's go to the ring, make it official with Jimmy Lennon Jr. Here's Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time, 2 minutes, 9 seconds in round number 11. The winner by way of knockout. He is still the IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Oneill Supernova Bell.
Well, there is your winner in the 11th round, and I guess it just goes to show you what I know about boxing, huh?
Well, it goes to show in boxing, you know, if you have a punch certainly like Oneill, you know, certainly that's what he needed to do to win the fight, and I was knocking Sebastiaan out, so he did just that.
Well, punchers punch, fighters fight, and that was the story, and Rothmann gets his hand raised in victory.